Hey guys, JHub here, and welcome back to another Modern Warfare 2 video. And we're gonna go over this big blog post that they had, at least for multiplayer. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you, this is take two. I went on a bit of a rant in the first one and ran out of hard drive space and lost it. So, in the first one, I covered all the stuff in Warzone 2 and how they're overhauling it, essentially to get it back closer to Warzone 1. Lots of updates, a lot of changes, definitely gonna feel it. But in all honesty, I'm a multiplayer guy. I haven't played much Warzone just because I don't find it as fun. I've played a bit more DMZ. Building 21, fun. I enjoyed doing that. Did get old after 7 or 8 times, but we were winning every time. But I'm multiplayer. That's what I'm focused on. So let's quickly go over the updates coming to multiplayer, and then we'll just talk about thoughts on this. So if we hop on over here to their blog post, right off the bat, they're talking about the audio. Now, we know there's issues. I bring it up on stream, how footsteps are inconsistent. It felt like they were consistent in the beta, but people complained that they were too loud. And then whatever they did between the beta and release made footsteps inconsistent. You could watch kill cams where people aren't running dead silence, and it's straight up just running by you and you can't hear them. So they're working on one type of their audio occlusion system remained off in multiplayer periodically after the launch. Occlusion still existed in multiplayer at this time, but was not the newer and more advanced system. We have spent this time testing and re-implementing that occlusion system and are happy to report that it will be back online with the launch of Season 2. So hopefully it takes it back to beta, but not as loud, because I know a lot of people hated being heard a mile away. Perk balancing, and this is the thing that kind of set me off in my first recording. They say that we have heard a lot of feedback around the timing of the bonus perk, specifically the ghost perk. We looked at swapping the perk's position, but we felt that this would create severe imbalance in the perk system. For Season 2, we've updated the rate at which the bonus and ultimate perks are earned, reduced bonus perk cost by 50% and ultimate by 25%. This adjustment will allow players to get ghost early in the match, which will be better support players looking to engage more aggressively. I don't think they've actually been listening to feedback regarding this. And I said this, that when they were going to do this blog post and pushing these things back, when it comes to updates, they're not going to overhaul things that they really pushed when they were kind of like advertising the game. And the perk system was something that they pushed hard. People don't like this perk system, period. Back when the game was first being talked about, we thought they were getting pro perks back. Like old school CODs, you had your normal perk, and after using it and doing challenges, you could level it up, get pro, get more bonuses. But instead, we got this system. And the thing that irritates me about this is the way this is all worded. Because it says it's revolving around the Ghost perk talk. The biggest issue players are having with Ghost is that for some reason Infinity Ward don't want to maintain the aspect of Ghost of it only should work while moving, and it stays active permanently. And they're saying by getting it earlier in the game, which now UAVs are going to be more useless, counter UAVs you can shoot down immediately and stuff like that, it will help with support players looking to engage more aggressively. And I'm sorry, but that's not how that works, right? People who move around and rush nonstop are using counter UAVs and quick fix as their bonus perk, because they can kill a person, immediately move on to the next fight. They don't have to stop. They can keep going. Ghost players have, especially when it does stay on permanently and it's not only active while moving, they don't move. There's no reason for them to move. They can set up in corners and wait for you to come by. So the mentality they're taking here irritates me to no end, because we want Ghost reverted to the way it's most popular to play against and with, is to only work while moving. Let's not talk about the whole suppressor allegedly showing you and not working properly, the mini-map issues that Infinity Ward is so hard locked in on, right? But they're going to speed up. They did that in the beta too. They sped it up and people were like, okay, that's better, but we still don't like it. So now, I think when the game launched, I think they kind of undid it, and now they're speeding it up again. Here's the deal, Infinity Ward. We didn't like your system, period. Remove it. Buff other perks. Scavenger, do a buff. You start with maxed out ammo. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Scavenger doesn't work 50% of the time. Or it has this weird thing. If you kill a person who's jumping and has movement, the scav pack has physics and goes flying and you'll never find it. Or it just doesn't drop. I don't see any notes about you fixing scavenger. That's always been one of my go-to perks whenever I play Call of Duty. But they're sticking hard to their guns here. They're not changing this perk system. We're stuck with it until this game is either dead and they're not making any money, or the next COD comes out. Because it has to take like World War II level for them to overhaul them game, for their ego and pride to just be cut, to where they don't have a choice. That is the only way we're gonna lose this bonus and ultimate perk crap. Like it will have to be World War II level of not making money. And World War II had supply drops. Let that keep in mind. So that's extremely disappointing. I hate to see that. Weapon balancing, there's several weapon balancing changes coming along. They're not listed here, so I'm assuming they'll drop it close to the update. Hardcore, as announced last week, hardcore mode is returning in MW2. Hardcore will replace the tier 1 mode. We're excited for fans to have this franchise favorite back in the mix. Don't advertise something people loved and wanted in every single Call of Duty that you yanked for your own crappy mode, and trying to act like you're doing the player base a favor. You screwed them. Some people only play hardcore, whether they don't have the reflexes, whether they just are not good players in core because of higher damage, they have problem with accuracy. Hardcore is their mode where they could go to have fun, and they've loved it for years, and you pulled it for some BS tier 1 mode. Luckily, you're pulling tier 1. It must have been a mode nobody wanted to play, or very small. So hardcore is back. So for those of you who love hardcore, Kyoko, it's back. I'll even be giving it a little bit of a shot. Some Call of Duties, I really like hardcore. Other Call of Duties, I don't. I will be giving it a fair shot, and hopefully it's good. And then they go on to talk about playlist. Valentine's Day playlist is going to be coming, and they'll be adding detailing multiplayer modes coming to season 2 in the coming weeks. It'll probably be modes that have always been fan favorites, but for some reason cannot launch with newer Call of Duties. And you have no excuses anymore, especially with Infinity War. 8 dev studios, over 3,000 employees, all the money in the world because y'all had a Warzone 1 and 19 go gangbusters during the pandemic. Like y'all don't have any excuses. So a lot of these fan favorite party modes should have been in the game upon release, and I don't really want to see this being like, oh, we're amazing. No, you're playing catch up. That's where I see. And then 1 week per month, Infinity Ward will be creating a poll for fans to vote on one of that week's playlists from a rotating pool. Cool. We're voting on a playlist of probably things we can already do. I'm sorry, but looking at this multiplayer blog post, especially if you go through this and take a look at like DMZ and Warzone's update, multiplayer just got told we don't care. Like y'all aren't making us the most. We don't care. Get out of here. They're barely doing anything, and Lord knows there's a ton of issues and things that could make it more fun. I mean, let's not even bring up skill-based matchmaking, skill-based damage, skill-based, like all these things people are saying exist because of skill. And like, if all the casual players left, we're left with all these issues, and it's just, I'm highly disappointed reading this blog post. In the first recording, I was more angry. This is actually more reserved. But sorry, multiplayer fans, like we're not getting any overhaul. And I guess for us, it's really going to matter come season 2 roadmap, where we get to see how many maps we get. I still feel like we're going to get modified museum, or maybe they've figured out the copyright thing and pay for it instead of being cheap, and then castle remake. I feel like that's what we're going to get as season 2, or more remakes. I don't know. Like back in the day with the map packs, you used to get 4 maps. Sometimes it was 3 new maps, maybe 1 remake. I mean, back in the old days, you got like 3 new multiplayer maps, 1 remake, and a zombies map with its entire narrative and stuff, like in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, things of that nature. But if we're in the era now where it's just remakes and little content, I don't know. But This is Modern Warfare 2, the new era of COD. They didn't say if it was the new era of BRs or the new era of multiplayer, but I don't know. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. But I'm very disappointed, and I think I am just gonna be adding Fortnite, Apex, and other stuff back into my streaming rotation because I'm out of things to do in multiplayer. Got Orion. I've played all the maps because there's so few of them into oblivion. I've done cross map tomahawk stuff or throwing knives that I like doing. But it's so repetitive now, unfortunately. I mean, one way they could spice it up without really doing much would be giving us 9v9 ground war on all multiplayer maps with TDM, domination, kill confirm, maybe even hardpoint. But I doubt that's going to happen because Modern Warfare 19 was, I think, one of the first games that got rid of traditional ground war when they made it the Battlefield ripoff, and then they made some sort of high player count, but the maps were larger. The reason we like ground war, it's because more people and chaos on smaller maps or medium maps. But I can't foresee that coming without, some special situation happening. But yeah, that's that blog post everybody was been waiting on to see what's going to change. I'd imagine in the next week or two we'll get the roadmap for the DLC. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. All the socials and whatnot are down in the description. My Discord, Twitch link, everything. So I guess I'll see y'all later. Peace out.